The war is more dynamic and unpredictable now than for the past 18 months. One of the reasons for that is since July is the intensification, but definitely since August the 6th, when the Ukrainian army moved into the Kursk region, or a part of the Kursk region, inside southern Russia. This is the border crossing point that was demolished in the fighting. This is one of the roads that leads now into the area, around 1,300 kilometers, which the Ukrainians control inside Russia. They've moved lots of soldiers in there, experienced soldiers from what we understand, and now they've captured that area. They've also captured hundreds of prisoners, which they use to exchange for their own prisoners. But one thing that so far hasn't happened, it hasn't forced the Russians to move their own soldiers, experienced Russian fighters in the east of Ukraine, and move them here to try and kick the Ukrainians out. So far, that hasn't happened. But as a gamble, as a risk, it still remains to be seen how successful this daring incursion by the Ukrainians will be. The Commander-in-Chief, Alexander Shirsk, says that this is an element where they are forcing the Russians to respond. So far, that Russian response, it could be argued, has been deadly. Deadly in terms of how many missiles have been fired towards Ukrainian cities, in Kyiv, for instance, and the deadly attack, 2 ballistic missiles in Poltava, with over 50 people killed and several hundred have been injured. What we don't know yet is how successful in the long term that this incursion into the Kursk region will be for the Ukrainians. Iolo, Dafydd, CGTN on the Ukrainian-Russian border.